I like New York as a place when you're touring. I like spending the summer here, but I also like when you're touring, it's really great to tour from here. It's very hard to tour from LA.
You lose 3 hours.
But I do like LA a lot. I love the Comedy Store. I love the Improv. I like the lifestyle, like the weather. It's all good.
Dude, California is amazing.
It's a great place.
It gets so much.
I'm about to do a run there, and I'm pumped for a West Coast.
It's great.
Yeah, it's
riding
great.
up the West Coast.
I just
Dude, it's
did
great.
Napa, and I drove to Santa Barbara.
The
The
best.
drive was unbelievable.
Stunning.
It's like you feel like you're in
We
Hawaii.
talked the whole drive.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, stunning. The mountains,
But
it's lush.
it's down bad.
Yeah.
Kids would say. I mean,
Well, the
it's tough.
COVID, the strike, and the fire. You had a
Yeah.
big 3-punch.
But I think it's in a good position to come up because if you look at the real estate prices in Florida and Texas, they're going down, and New York and Cali are steady, and they're going up a little bit because people tried Florida and Texas, and they went, oh, we get it. Or a lot of foreign money is now going, yeah, we're not investing in these cities. Like there was clearly a pandemic frenzy to go to places like Austin and Miami.
Overreaction,
overcorrection.
Yeah.
And now people are going, okay, people are going, they're leaving.
They're going to a real city.
They're leaving because, number one, the rents have skyrocketed. So younger people are going, all right, I'm not going to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people, there's other costs, right? You move to Texas, you go, I saved all this money on income tax. Well, your property tax is really high. Oh, you're paying a lot of property tax. Now there's traffic. Now there's homeless. Now there's things that you're creating the same conditions from the place that you left in a smaller place. Austin's much smaller. LA is huge.
Tim Dillon says that the Great Migration to Austin is over. Is it for celebrities? Because they're coming in droves from all over. I think that LA is a beautiful place, right? It's amazing weather. The atmosphere is just great. You got an opportunity to see agents and get booked for commercials, so on and so forth. So if that's what you're looking for and you want to be a movie star, I think that's where you go. New York, I think, is where you go when you want to do traditional stand-up, but also you'll be able to get commercials and movies out of New York. And Tim was talking about how Austin has homeless people, and I'm like, do you not know where you come from? Like, he came from LA, where they have a place called a Skid Row. Like, it's a whole homeless community. And I think that everywhere is starting to get worse. I live here in Austin now, and I think Austin, it does have its bad parts, right? It does have its downfalls. But for the most part, it's affordable. Not in the city. I don't know who wants to live downtown in any city other than possibly New York, but you're going to pay out the wazoo, as white people would say, in order to live there. I think that eventually I will probably make my way to New York. I don't want to have to do it. I would rather go the Ali Sadiq way and, get my name known living in a place where I don't have to move to one of the coasts. That's why I chose to move to Austin in the first place. But I don't ever see myself moving to California. I don't mind visiting. Visiting is great in moderation. LA in moderation. The last time I went to LA to go to Chocolate Sunday, I spent easily $1,000 plus with hotel, rent a car, food, gas. I stayed there, I want to say 3 or 4 days, and it was easily $1,000. I go to New York and I spend way less because I have family that lives there. And I could, sleep on, well, there's a third bedroom, so I get to sleep in the third bedroom. But New York is so expensive, and you don't need a vehicle. You could ride around on the train all day. And I don't know how people do that all the time, but they do. But I don't believe Austin is no longer the Great Migration. I think maybe for the celebrities or the friends of Joe Rogan, I think that's going to stop. Because you could fly in, do your sets, and fly back home. I don't know. Like, I believe that word of mouth can change the projection of anything. When they said Austin is the new hub, they've said it so much on so many podcasts and so many different comedians said that it starts to become true. Now everyone's saying it, all the way down to the lowest of the lows to the highest of the highs. And I enjoy Texas. I grew up some of my high school years here in Texas. Is it the best place in the world? I will not agree, because it does get extremely hot. And, you know, Tim Dillon's a fat ass. So 150 degrees walking downtown, he's probably not going to like it. He's going to want that wind in his gay hair. He's going to want a gay breeze. But I think that eventually the agents will start coming here. Eventually the movies will be starting to be made down here. And it's only 2 years in. And how I've always looked at it was Mitzi Shore and her husband, I don't know his name, but Mr. Shore, they purchased the Comedy Store, and it was like the gold rush of comedy where comedians were coming in and they got so many opportunities just being in that building. If you think about the first group of comedians that came through there, where they are, and I won't even say the first group, the ones that popped, like J.J. Walker, Jay Leno, David Letterman, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, they all ended up being great comedians that got some of their fame through that building. That's what I think the mothership is going to be. And it was difficult to get into that room back then. You had to be passed by Mitzi. Well, here, you got to be passed by Adam Egan. And you'll get opportunities just based off of it being sold out every single night. And it's not every night. Don't let them fool you. It's not every night. Maybe they end up selling out every night after they do the standby tickets. But initially, not every show. A lot of shows, yes, but not every show. But again, that's the word on the street. And people believe what other people say until they're proven wrong. This is where I'm going to be for a while. This is where I plan to be for a while. And putting down grassroots here to be one of the firsts to come out here. I'm 3 years late. They've been out here for 3 years. But if you would have left and went to LA 3 years into the Comedy Store, where would you be? So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that nobody wants to move here anymore and the celebrities are saying, hey, I'm going to go to one of the coasts? Or do you think they're eventually going to come down here and make it oversaturated that it already is? I don't have the answer to these questions, but you can put it down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I'm going to be making more videos like this in due time. Thank y'all for watching. I holla.